Hello, this is Read, Rant, Repeat, the show where we meet to discuss, dissect, and theorize about the current reads of the Bookmark Besties Book Club. I'm your host, Megan, and for this week's book club meeting, my co-host, Arian, and I are discussing chapters prologue through 7 of Bride by Allie Hazelwood. If you're not up to speed yet, to avoid spoilers, check out our recent episodes to read along and join the discussion. We also talk about our recent social media feeds and some of our favorite anime. So let's get into it. Welcome to the club.
Okay, so we just read chapters 1 through 7 through Bride by Allie Hazelwood. But before we get into that, I wanted to do some quick fun questions as a character, and you can choose whoever.
Yeah. Okay.
So to answer the questions, who would you like to choose?
I think I'll choose. Might as well just choose the character that we're reading about right now. So I'll go ahead and just choose. I'll choose 6, and I'll
I know.
answer as I'm her.
Okay. So let's channel 6. She is kind of as a person, a little self-righteous, maybe.
Yeah,
Is that the
I think
word?
so. I think very
And
sheltered as
a
well.
little
Yeah,
bullheaded. Yeah, and
but
sheltered.
she doesn't realize
So
it.
we'll channel that. Okay. So I have 3 or 4 longer questions and then 3 quick ones that just off the top of your head as 6.
Okay.
Okay, so if you woke up as a potato, how would you want to be cooked?
Okay. I, as 6, would. Okay, I think that she maybe doesn't have access to a lot of cuisine options in her sheltered life, so I think she would just get boiled potatoes. Boiled potatoes. Boil them, mash them, stick
Sorry,
them in a
boiled
stew.
potatoes. What is the most cursed pizza topping combo that you would try?
Ooh. We don't have a lot of info about the food in this world. I would say
So I feel like they don't have a lot of options for food in general. So I feel like even some of the things that we would consider basic pizza toppings, they would probably be like, I don't know what the fuck that is, and I don't want to eat it.
that's true. Do you
So
think they even have cheese? Because it would be heartbreaking if they didn't have cheese. Like
I'm
goat
sure they
cheese.
do. I'm sure they've got cheese.
Okay, so
So I could see them going with cheese.
I'm gonna assume that they've got a vegetable and a meat that will be going on this pizza, and I was gonna say boiled potatoes. I think they would put something from a garden. So let's say cursed garden vegetable would be carrots and the what do you call is it mutton? Is that sheep meat? It's got to be something from like
Yeah.
yeah. But those two together
Yeah.
would be
Yeah.
the pizza toppings of choice and
For
also most
cursed.
cursed.
Okay. If life had a food mascot, what would it be for her?
For
For
her.
6. For you as 6.
Can you eat bat? No, that's how you get COVID, right? Because I mean,
Basically.
her mascot is the bat gargoyle, right? And so if it
Yeah.
was a food mascot, would it be the same thing? I don't know. I think I think
I
it would
don't
be
know.
something you could like carry in your pouch while you travel, something like wild berries.
Wild berries or some weird bread that tastes like
Lamnis bread.
cardboard.
That's the second Lord of the
That's what
Rings
I was
joke
thinking.
I've made.
Yeah,
That's gonna be it.
that's what I was literally thinking. I was like, that bread that looked great and that wrapped up in that
Right in the
leaf.
leaf, yeah. Yeah, that would be it.
hmm
She encountered the elves at some
Um,
point.
okay, which fruit would make the best hat?
Hmm. Do you think they have coconuts around here?
I feel like they don't have
Yeah,
coconut.
they're probably not near the coast. Within the cathedral, apples? Does she have apples at some point? Now I'm thinking
Yeah, that
maybe
was
I
the
read.
first thing she was eating.
Yeah, okay, so an apple would be her hat of choice.
Okay, so as 6, you are focusing in on being her.
Yep.
And I'm just going to ask you these really quick and just first thought.
Okay.
Okay. What's your spirit vegetable?
Potatoes.
What kind of sandwich would you be?
Oh my gosh, you're just making me hungry. I would be salami of some kind.
Potato sandwich. Okay.
Potatoes.
Potatoes. If you had the power of invisibility, what's the silliest thing you would do first?
I would push the abyss into the spring during a divining as a prank, and then something bad would probably happen after that. But I would think it was funny until
Yeah. I was thinking she would trip Rory or something. Like,
yeah, that's
bitch.
up there too.
Throw up on his shoes again.
I don't have to be invisible for that.
That's true.
I'll just do
She'd
it.
want him to know.
Oh, that's so funny.
All right, those
Okay,
were my fun questions.
I love it. I love the food theme. Now I'm just hungry. It's dinner time and I need to eat something.
Potatoes. I would like some mashed potatoes.
Well, if can I ask a question, Your Honor? May I
Mhm.
approach the bench? Okay, I want
You may
to.
proceed.
Thank you, Your Honor. So, what I want to ask you, what is currently on your social media feed? What trends are you seeing?
What trends am I seeing?
Yeah. Maybe you lingered too long on one certain video and it just like feeds you a bunch of like that kind of video. Do you have any
Mm.
of those right now?
Lizard,
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 yes.
lizard, lizard.
Lizard, 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 lizard.
Yes.
I forgot about Lizard. That was mine for a bit. So I wanted to ask because I was thinking about right before this. So last night I went to see Demon Hunters. No, Demon Slayer. Sorry. I'm getting my
Demon
I'm getting
Slayer.
my media confused. I went to go see Demon Slayer
K-pop.
at the Infinity Castle and very good. And then afterwards went to K-Pot, which I don't know how many locations they have, but it's a Korean barbecue and hot pot restaurant that just opened here and so good.
Mm.
So I go to see Demon Slayer. So I must have lingered too long on some Demon Slayer videos and also K-pop Demon Hunter videos because now my feed is serving me specifically like mashups of the two. So apparently there's a lot of people that are making videos that are like Demon Hunters and K-pop Demon Slayers. I'm saying that backwards. Oh my god. And so there's this video um of Tanjiro when he's running in the Infinity Castle and he falls into a door that was opened up right in the middle of the floor and he encounters the Saja boys in their demon forms from K-pop Demon Hunters and it's very funny. I'll have to send it to you. But that's what that's just what my feed is. There's apparently tons of them
Love
people
that.
have made, and that's all it is right now. It's just like they said, "Oh,
I
you
want
watched this
the.
video for 3 seconds. Here's 800 more of them."
Here's more of them. I would like the floor to open up so that I could meet the Saja boys.
Oh, absolutely. Is that all it takes? I just need to be warped into the Infinity Castle, and
Yeah, you also got to be him though.
I know I am not that
I could
positive.
never.
Homeboy is always so
No.
so. Everything is
That is,
awesome.
yeah,
Oh my god, though, can I
literally
tell
the
you? Okay, so
Lego.
I know that you watch anime as well. Do you watch Demon Slayer?
I've seen some, yeah,
Okay.
like the first few seasons.
Who is like the most annoying character that you've encountered just watching
In
any anime?
theirs,
Any anime. Do you have one that sticks out?
any in general,
Yeah.
yes. Does it have to be like a main character?
No, can be any character.
Okay, so, God, what's that one called? Okay, Neon Genesis Evangelion,
Yep.
even the crickets in it.
Okay.
Like, just we started watching it, and I had to stop because just like they had so many crickets in it all the time. That is
Like
my
cricket, the cricket
most hated
sound.
anime. The cricket sound.
Oh.
Like, if you go back and watch it from start, they like it was just constant, and I was like, I can't do this.
That
So
would be so
I know
annoying.
it's not like a main character, but
Well, is there a character that you're like, oh my, like this? anime is so good, but this one character drives me nuts.
Hmm.
So I'll tell you mine. So it is Zenitsu from
Okay.
Demon Slayer. Drives me up the fucking wall. And I know I know it's like kind of the point. He's like supposed to be really annoying, but it's so over the top that I'm like, I love this show, but this guy makes me want to blast my brains out. Like it's so bad. So
Yeah,
luckily in the
he was never
movie,
my favorite.
he's just like supposed to be like super whiny, and I just am like, okay, it's enough. Like I get it. And luckily in the movie, they like his character's in this like focus, like in his whatever that focus state is that he, and so he doesn't hardly
Yeah.
go to that like side of his character in the movie. But God, in the shows, and especially like the filler episode shows, like the whole last season was like training. It's all it is his like shrill, like yelling, whining voice. And I'm like, I'm just gonna skip.
I didn't really like Sakura from Naruto. Naruto.
Oh yeah. I'm sure
She
that's a hot
she drive me a
take.
little bonkers. It's
I
fine.
did not I've not seen much of Naruto. Um a lot of those like classic animes that kind of were coming out when we were growing up. I didn't watch a lot of them. I was a Dragon Ball Z person, and that was about it until I got into college and started watching just other anime that didn't grow up on one.
Cowboy Bebop's my fave.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. One of these days I'm gonna have to go in and just watch all of these classic anime shows. All right, that concludes the anime segment of today's episode. Thank you for letting me ask you because I was like, oh my God, everything I'm seeing on TikTok is just Demon Slayer meets K pop Demon Hunters. And I had to talk about it. Okay, I will give you back the floor, Your Honor.
Okay, thank you. So, okay, yeah. So we read 1 through 7, prologue through 7
Hmm.
of Bride by Ali Hazelwood, and I don't know, but I think this is like one of her first times like going into like fantasy.
Yeah,
You know, she,
she writes
she be
a
writing
lot of
stuff.
other
Yeah,
stuff, right? Yeah, I haven't. Have you
yeah.
read any of her other stuff? This is the first time I've read one of her books.
I haven't, but I kind of want to. Like her other ones seem very much like it kind of reminds me of like webtoons, like
Oh, yeah.
stories, you know, like he was the professor and she was like the smart student. Or
Yeah.
like he was the swimmer and she was the lab. I don't know, stuff like that.
Speaking of,
But
Instagram
it
keeps
just
trying to get me to download webtoons. Maybe this is my sign.
pretty good.
I should.
Yeah. Actually, I used to really like webtoons and then my favorite person just stopped.
Hmm. But yeah, I could see that similarity. Yeah, I haven't read any of her other books, but I would say as well, it makes me want to. I'm really loving how you said this is her first shot at like fantasy?
I think so. Or like, yeah, that's what paranormal,
Yeah, yeah.
maybe.
Yeah, I guess it is. I don't think, does this fall in line with ghosts? That's what I think of when I think paranormal. Um,
Me too.
but yeah, I've heard of like her Love Hypothesis, Love Theoretically books. Haven't read them, but I am really liking how she writes so far and like the comedy
Hmm.
um that she kind of adds into the dialogue and just the writing. I really do enjoy it that it's good banter and comedic timing and it's not over the top. So I'm
Yeah.
enjoying it so far. It makes me kind of want to read her other stuff. Even though those series they're kind of just modern romances, right?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, so not my
that's what they,
normal. I definitely have read plenty of modern romances, but it's not my go-to typically. But this, I would go read her other ones.
oh, I would go
I
read
would
that.
do that.
Yes. So likes, I like we'll do a likes, dislikes, and then we can like go through what we're thinking will happen and go from beginning to end. But like so far, likes, you know, the humor in it is really good, and the main character, Misery, I really like her little quips and her witty humor and stuff like that.
Yep.
And I really like how like the writing is done in a way that like it moves along well while also kind of giving you like what every like the setting is done well
Hmm.
without making it like overboard.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I think we have enough information about like the world. Like there's enough of that world building aspect without dragging on, and you're like, get to the story already.
Yeah.
I agree. Well, so far, yeah, I'm really liking the writing. I am very interested in learning more. So I think that it kind of started as just like you feel like it's a political marriage, like romance story, obviously, between Misery, the
Yeah.
main character who's a vampire, and Lo, who is the alpha werewolf. But then I liked how kind of towards the end of the reading for today, it cha- changes or kind of adds to the story, almost like a murder mystery or missing persons mystery element, which I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
okay, this is fun. Because Misery's best friend, an only friend, her name is Serena, and she's a human, and she has disappeared, we learn. And the only piece of information that Misery has to go off of right now is a quick cipher that Serena left for her that had just had Lowe's name, or maybe it wasn't even his name, it was his first initial last name, right? And so
Yeah. First, middle, and then last.
yeah, right.
Like,
L-E,
yeah.
is it L? Oh yeah, L-E, I wrote it down. L-E Moreland
Yeah.
was what her cipher said, and that is the only thing she has to go off of. So we kind of have learned now that she's agreed to this, or not even engagement, she's agreed to this marriage only to kind of seek her own answers and find out what happened to her friend, because
Yeah.
nobody knows and she
Yeah.
just disappeared off the face of the earth.
Please won't do anything about it.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm very intrigued because we don't know very much, obviously, through the first 7 chapters, but we're getting a lot of information. And now, with that little bit of like murder mystery aspect to it, I'm very intrigued. I want to know
Me
what's
too.
going on. What else?
Dislikes?
Yeah, dislikes. So far, not a whole lot that I am not enjoying. Um, I think that So one thing that I think is a little bit silly. So I don't know if Allie Hazelwood has ever met a 6-year-old, but the way that she made Anna, the 6-year-old werewolf little sister that Misery meets right after she moves to Were territory, she makes her talk just so, I think, silly. I've never met a young child that speaks the way that she does, where she just like mishears or makes up substitute words for things. That's the big thing. I'm like, how did you
Yeah.
mix up pneumonia and narcolepsy? How do you even know the word pneumonia to mix that up? Like, I
Yeah.
just think it's silly. That's my only gripe, I think, right now. Is just the way she wrote this character. I'm like, I don't is that's not a real 6-year-old. She's fake. She's lying to you.
Yeah. Lies. Lies. My only like gripe, as you said, because that sounds nicer than being like, I just have a hard time, and it's not, or I guess I should say it's not my preference when in books, like, they start, like, we're going along in the story and they're like, well, let's just circle back. Let's
Oh
just
yeah.
circle back and then we'll continue. It's like a weird, like, loop-de-loo and then back at it again. I just, I mean, I don't mind little tidbits here and there, but then, like, when it's this whole long story or, like, I know it's supposed to be, like, from their head, their memory, or I just, when it's too much, then I'm just like, okay, I just want to get to, like, you being at the house now.
Yeah. Do you want it to be
Let's
just in
do
like
more about you
chronological
being
order
here.
instead of time jumping?
Yeah, I guess, I don't mind time jumping, but, like, it's almost like we linger too long on the time jump.
Mm.
And like I do like the funny things, but like the whole part about missing Serena, Misery's already at the house, and the time jump of like talking about Serena and missing and how the police wouldn't do anything. Like there was just a whole lot of funny banter within it, which is fine because I like the funniness, but I'm like, okay, it didn't need this.
Yeah.
I just want to move along. I don't mind, but I'm just like, I just want you and Lo to interact more. Like, I don't want to. We know she's missing.
Yeah. Get to the romance.
Yeah,
Okay, speaking of, she's in the house. She's in the room that was previously Anna's, we learn,
yeah,
sleeping in the closet because there's no windows, and ends up breaking into Lo's bedroom, which is adjacent to hers, which very convenient, if I do say.
yeah.
Um, so
For
she
later.
for later. So she breaks into his room and finds his drawing pad. So can we talk about he's a he's a
And
little
Lou.
doodler. That sounds weird. Yeah, what do you think? She stumbles upon his drawings.
I thought it definitely, like, I feel like you have all these hints of, like, he likes her. And, like, you see it in the little lines above each chapter.
Yeah. Yep.
So you see it in each line above the chapter. But then also you see it like, oh, he must not like me. He drew this picture of me. But I'm like, he's drawing a memory of you just
Yeah.
from the wedding that you guys had like 3 days ago. I mean,
Also,
he's
yeah, why was
definitely.
that her first thought? Oh, he must hate me so much. He's drawing pictures of me.
I don't know if it's
But
like
you
it's her
don't.
way of like, yeah, or if like it's also to show us like she really has had like no interaction with people and wouldn't
True.
even know someone being interested in her if they like hit it over.
Yeah, that's true. And also, I guess to your point, so far Misery like just makes me sad. I think that she's been, traded and pawned off for different political reasons throughout her life so far, and what she's like 24 or something like that.
Yeah,
So, yeah, she's just been a tool for political gain from the only people that are supposed to care about her. And so she doesn't, I don't think, other than her friend Serena, which is, I think, why she's so worked up about her being missing,
yeah,
other than Serena, she's not had anybody that's like cared about her. And she's apparently had several, so like 7 assassination attempts made on her throughout
yeah,
her time as collateral in the human territories. Just as a kid, because what, she was like 6 when she was traded. And so
yeah,
just a child surviving multiple assassination attempts, and then only has this one friend who's a human. Her dad doesn't care about her. Her mom is dead. Her brother, um, I don't know. There's kind of a weird relationship there. Like it's like he likes her, but he doesn't. I don't know.
but it's like
Nest.
your typical like typical
Sibling,
like brother
yeah,
sister relationship or what?
yeah. Because like in the
Like, I mean, I
interactions
guess I like you.
that we've witnessed, he seems like he cares about her, but then like in her memories that she recounts, it's like he was embarrassed about her. And then all of the other people in the vampire territories, like she's the pariah, and so they don't like her. Uh,
Yeah,
the humans don't like her. They've tried to kill her. The werewolves obviously are the enemy. So she's had nobody this in like her entire life that actually cares about her. And so it just makes me sad. Like
except for Serena.
except for
Yeah,
Serena, yep. So and then Serena just disappeared and left her damn fucking cat.
freaking cat
So yeah,
that she didn't even
Misery.
get to name yet.
I know it. So Misery, just her character just makes me sad so far because she has had all this trauma, but seems like she just has accepted that that's just her life and that's just what she is, and that makes me sad.
Like it's supposed to be like that.
Yeah.
Like, well, what can you do?
Right. Exactly.
But
So yeah, and then her cat, who I think she really loves, but doesn't want to admit it, has run off and taken up residence with Anna. That was a brief, like, little bit right before we
uh,
ended the reading, but like apparently her cat ran off and is now living
Sprinkles,
with Anna.
yeah, and is now named Sprinkles.
Right.
So she got into his bedroom, and then also we left off where she was watching them all at like a barbecue, and then saw Max, one of the younger wolves, taking Anna to the forest, and then she
Right.
like ran after them, and then all of a bunch of them jumped out.
Right. So
when she confronted him.
Max. Yeah, so he's definitely problematic. And
Yeah.
let's see, this is the second, I think, interaction we've had with him. He shows up at the house right after she gets there, and he's
Mhm.
somehow able to be alone with her and ends up jumping her because
Yeah.
he hates vampires. And then that's when their friends walk in, sees the two of them at each other's throats. And I think Lo, right, was the only one that kind of, I guess, maybe believed her that it wasn't her fault, that Max
Yeah.
had jumped her and she just fought back. But then we hear the name of maybe a rogue group, the Loyals, right? And so when Lo and his right hand lady, I forget her name, but like his second, when they're asking her what happened, and she's saying that Max attacked her and was saying a bunch of stuff about how someone killed someone. What was it?
His parents or
Right.
something, like he's had people like passed away from it.
Yes, right. So she's telling them that he's saying stuff like that, and Lowe's second makes the comment that he's not a loyal, and she's like, I don't know what the fuck that is. So seems like they're maybe a rogue group. But then, so the second encounter, she's watching this barbecue happen out in the backyard, basically, and sees Max come out of the woods and is trying to lure Anna into the woods. And she's told him no. And he then picks her up and starts to carry her. And so that's when she takes off after him and tries to get Anna back. And yeah, then a bunch of werewolves just jump out of the woods and surround them. And that's kind of where we left off. So
Yeah.
don't trust him for
I'm
sure.
curious to see what happens.
Do we?
Yeah, definitely not.
Do we think he's involved with this Loyals group, or just
I bet.
you think so? Yeah.
I feel like he is.
Do you think this group of wolves that just popped out of the woods is the Loyals group, or do you think it's the rest of the pack that was at the barbecue?
I'm gonna say it's the pack because I just don't feel like we'd have another missing kidnapped person, you know?
Yeah. I just feel like this is all happening really close to the rest of the pack at the barbecue. And I'm like, would you really have all of your rogue friends like jump the sister of the alpha and the wife of the alpha right next to them? I'm like, isn't this happening like right next to where the alpha and the pack is?
Yeah.
I'm like, that seems crazy.
Yeah, right where they
So
are.
it must be the pack. That's my assumption too. So, okay. Any predictions about what's going to happen here next?
I feel like we're gonna see Misery and Lo become quicker friends just because he doesn't seem like so opposed to her. And she seems pretty chill too. She's just like, eh.
Yeah. I feel like there's a lot that we don't know about because Misery hasn't uncovered yet. I feel like Lo has some sort of like plan going on because I think it is weird. So we should, I guess, summarize. So the piece between the humans and the vampires and the wares, it's like these three groups have different territories within the city. And the piece that they have agreed upon is that the humans and the vampires would have an alliance against the wares as long as they provide collateral in order
Yeah.
to, in good faith, I guess. So basically, a vampire is sent to human territory to live for 10 years, and vice versa. A human is sent to vampire territory. If anything were to happen to them, it would be like all bets are off, right? Nothing has happened, but that was where Misery was
Yeah.
collateral at one of these interactions. And then when her collateral period was over, she chose to stay and live with the humans with her friend Serena. And then now things are changing. There's a new governor of the city who no longer wants to have this agreement with the vampires. And so in order to try to
Yeah.
secure another alliance, they've agreed to this political marriage where Misery is going to marry the alpha. Now, it is another trade situation though, we learn, right? Because Misery goes to Were territory as the wife of the alpha, but then they trade apparently his mate to the vampire territory. So that's
Yeah.
kind of throws us for a loop because is there a mate in the mix actually, but he's also behaving very strangely around Misery, like maybe there's something else going on with her. So what do you think?
Yeah.
Is it actually like, is there another woman?
It's hard to say. I mean, I just definitely know he likes Misery. Like you can tell just from like the little things at the
Yeah,
top, but it's hard to say so soon.
right, right. Do you think that he had a relationship with this other werewolf that is now living with the vampires and they just called it a mate? Or do you think like it was actually.
I just feel like I don't know. I guess I haven't even I've just been thinking like I just want them to be together already. I just
I
like want
know.
to take like two Barbie dolls and be like, "Kit. Now
And now
kit."
kiss. I'm very sure we will get there. I just wonder, like,
I can't
is
wait.
maybe, so I definitely don't think that this quote unquote mate that went over as a collateral for the vampires, I don't think that she's actually his mate. I don't know if there was a previous relationship there or not, but I don't believe that's the case. I think that Misery is his mate. He's already reacted to her and her scent. So I think
Yeah.
clearly we're setting it up for Misery is going to be his actual mate. I'm just curious. So he is in the little, like you mentioned, the little dialogue that is at the top of every chapter. Those are little snippets from him. He mentioned, like, he references in the beginning like things going according to plan. And so it was like it didn't really matter who the vampires arranged for him to marry. It was still going to be like they were still going to carry out their plan. And so obviously I
Yeah.
think he didn't expect that it was going to be Misery who maybe is going to actually be his mate. But makes me wonder what the other werewolf who is now in vampire territory is doing. Is she a spy? Is she
Yeah. Like what's the plan?
What is the plan? I'm very suspicious. I caught on to
Yeah,
that.
what's
Like
the
it was
plan?
like in the first chapter, and he was like, "We proceed as planned," and I'm like, "Oh, there's a plan. What's the plan?
What's the plan, man?
I want to know the
Is it just
plan."
is it just the marriage or like is there other things?
I think there's something else, right? Clearly, there's some political moves that are happening. I think my theory is I don't know what, but I think that Lowe is trying to. There's some plan. He's trying to do something. Has all of these pieces laid out, and now a wrench has been thrown into his plan because he was not expecting that the vampire bride that they would pair him with was actually going to be his mate. So now I feel like we're gonna have like
Yeah.
allegiances are going to be challenged and all kinds of stuff. So I'm ready. I'm buckled
Ooh.
in to this crazy train. Let's go. Next time on Read, Rant, Repeat, we will be continuing the discussion on The Night and the Moth by covering chapters 10 through 15, I believe. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah.
We will pick up on Bride by Ali Hazelwood the following week with chapters 9 through 15. So if you're following along with both books, thank you, of course, for listening, and we will see you next week. Otherwise, tune in the following week for the continuation of Bride, chapters 9 through 15. Please like, subscribe, and tune in on Wednesdays for new episodes, and check us out on YouTube for the video of this episode if you care to see our faces. We want to hear from you. Join the discussion in the comments below or join the club on Patreon to engage with other members and get exclusive benefits. How are you liking the book so far? Leave your thoughts, predictions, and theories, and you just might hear them on our next episode. Thanks for listening.